Hi, I'm Gloria.
Darling, you send me.
Fun fact, Amazon actually had to hire 75,000 more workers in order to be able to respond to the increase in orders during the coronavirus. Pretty crazy stuff. You know what's more crazy? People using shopping as a coping mechanism. But we're going to fix that today. I'm just going to offer you my best online shopping tricks, my best online shopping life hacks, and how you can actually sometimes save money and how you can be. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. Okay, so those are my tricks before online shopping. So the first tip I have is to make a list of items you actually need, not items you want. So by that I mean that you shouldn't just see it, like it, want it, and then buy it. You should actually think about it, which I think that in this culture of you want everything really fast and you can have everything really fast with fast shipping and everything, you should really be careful and not be an over consumer. By really going with necessity, if you're in a great need of boots, get those boots. If you're in a great need of pants, get those pants. But however, if you just think that, oh well, this Instagram influencer has them so I should get them myself, it's not a very good reason. You should always have a good reason. For one, it will save you money. Two, it will actually reduce the amount of products that are circulating into the environment. So you know what? Read up that. So the first thing you should do in order to make sure that it's something that you actually need is to look into your closet and see if you don't already have something similar. Because honestly, it has happened to me before and it's kind of dumb. Except if you want multiple white t-shirts, like you're planning on wearing them like 2 or 3 times a week. Like, yeah, I get the necessity, but like if it's like a very specific piece and you already have something kind of similar, maybe not worth it to buy it. So after checking into your closet, you need to make sure that what you're planning on buying aligns with your style or the style you want to go for. So do you have a specific color scheme? Because I do recommend having a specific color scheme. It makes it much easier in shopping for clothing because you already have maybe 4 colors you know you're buying for, and so arranging clothing like that makes it a lot easier. Do you have a specific style? Next year, do you want to be a skater girl? Do you want to be a preppy girl? Do you want to be a classy girl? Do you want to be a friendly girl? Like, you need to figure out your style first rather than buying random items that don't really match together. You won't make the best out of it. So yeah. So the next thing I have on my list is that if you're not too sure what you want to buy, you're not sure what's in style right now, you kind of want to be trendy but not too much, you can always watch try-on clothing hauls. There are, I'm sure, at least 10 being uploaded every single day on YouTube. You can find one that's your style. And I really like watching clothing try-on hauls in general because for like entertainment purposes, just because I don't know, like I love fashion. I like watching try-on clothing hauls on body types that are similar to mine so that I know kind of how it fits. I also like watching try-on clothing hauls in general just to see like, oh, is it like not a good material to buy? Is it not good to fit? There are just a lot of things that you can learn by watching try-on clothing hauls, so I really suggest watching them. You can see what kind of trendy, what's on sale right now, what style you might like for the summer or for the next season or whatever. Watching try-on clothing hauls are very useful for the inspiration. So now we are at the part where you are actually shopping online. So once you're on the online store, I suggest signing up for the newsletter. You can always unsubscribe right after shopping, but it's nice to sign up for the newsletter because they often send you coupons through the email. So when you sign up, first of all, you often have 10 or 15% off like your purchase, which is nice. Can sometimes have other discounts in the email they just sent you. So if you're already a member and you know like what time frame you want to be shopping at, you should wait until you know when's the best time, because there's always a time like right before summer starts, basically like around end of May, early June, I would say. There's like the sales are really like skyrocketing, and it's not, instead of being, oh, we're doing 30% off biggest sale of the year, it's actually like 70% off because they know that a lot of people are going to buy anyway, so they're going to make up with the sale. Really useful. You should really stay tuned to the sales of the websites you're going to shop for. So the next tip I have is to take your measurements. So why do I suggest that? The thing with online shopping is that you don't always know what a medium is to a certain website versus another. So a French medium, for example, is much smaller than an American medium, just because America uses vanity sizing, whereas some stores in Canada and most stores in Europe don't. So you should always take your measurements and go according to the website, not according to the clothing you already have. So this is just a chart of clothing measurements that you might come across. All the important ones are on there. I'm often a small, I'm often a medium, sometimes I'm a large. Like, it really depends on the store I'm buying at. So take your measurements. Okay, so I really suggest also reading the reviews of clothing you're about to buy, just to make sure that it does match up to, like, if the comments say, oh, it's fit to fit, take your size. However, if it says, oh yeah, it was kind of small when I got it, take a smaller size. If they say, take a smaller size. Take a bigger size. When they say, kind of big, take a smaller size. What I mean to say is that do your research before buying the clothing. So yeah, also I suggest shopping at multiple stores at the same time, just to see like which one has the best prices, which one has the best quality. Just make sure that I'm really getting the best out of my money. You should also check for the fabric of the clothing. So because one time I actually purchased an item of clothing that was 100% polyester, right? And I really thought it was fine, but I've been sweating ever since. Okay. So my last tip for online shopping is to make sure that you are shopping, like, you're not just shopping for one item. If you're going to go shopping, go hard, or you should stay home. It wasn't really good. I wanted to say like go hard, go home, but it didn't really work, so yeah. Anyway, so if you are to be online shopping, you should really go hard and spend the threshold amount of money that is required to get online shipping. Because if you spend $10 at this store, $20 at this store, $30 at this store, and it's not a threshold $50 that you need to spend to get online shipping, that online shipping adds up. It can often be like $9, $8, something like that, and like, it might not seem like that much at first, but if you're shopping from different stores all the time and you're never hitting like the free shipping threshold, it adds up, and it's just money that you never get back. And so I really like to just shop once I have at least $50 of purchases, so that I have the free shipping, I don't have to worry about it, and I'm not worried like, oh, I forgot something. I really like try to make a list, try to like get everything at the same time, so that I'm not disappointed that I spent a total of $30 on online shipping when I really could have spent none. So that's not to say to overshop either. I really just mean that you should really just wait a certain time of the year to online shop, so that you can really shop for like the whole season, right? For example, I like to shop twice a year, maybe 3 times. So I like to shop for back to school. Sometimes I shop for Christmas, but not all the time, and I shop for summer. So that's kind of it. Those are my periods where I shop. I don't shop any other time of the year, just because I don't necessarily work, to make sure that I'm not over consuming, or that I'm not just buying it because it's trendy. That's really not to say that there's anything wrong with wanting to be trendy. All I meant is that it's better to think about how you could get some use out of it, rather than just wearing it once or twice. So that's all I meant by like not wanting to buy the trendy pieces. I like the trendy pieces as much as the next person. I just want to make sure that it's something that I'm actually going to get some use out of. So by doing that, I just save a lot of money, and yeah. So a side note here, so if you can afford it, I do recommend shopping in sustainable clothing stores. Honestly, I'll have to admit the prices are more often than not unreasonable, but it is worth it because the clothing is also very sturdy. You'll have it for a long time. For my part, I like to shop on sustainably, like from time to time, but I really can't afford to like do my whole like twice a year online shopping in those sustainable stores. It's just too expensive. And otherwise, I do like to invest in good clothing, especially in jeans, so that I can wear it a lot and not worry about in a year it won't fit, or it will be all ripped up, or you know. Another way to be sustainable is by thrifting. I don't do it enough now, but I'm going to start doing it more in the future. Another way you can do it is by just buying solid pieces of clothing. So I'm going to give you a list of stores that I usually buy at, and their pieces of clothing can last me more than a year. So that's a good investment in my opinion. So it will be in the description down below. I really think that the message of this video is just to try to be sustainable as much as we can, and do what we can to like just not put too much waste into the environment. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I really enjoyed making videos at online shopping, so win-win. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, follow me on my social media, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!